Welcome, crew, to What Are Your Three, a Channel 3 podcast, a short discussion podcast where we take a member of the Channel 3 community, discuss 3 games, a few honorable mentions, future games, and other things along those lines to have a little video game conversation. I'm Dan Tucker. With me, as always, El Rey.
What's going on, everybody? Tonight, we have a very special guest, and I have 2 points for this introduction. Number one, this is the man that is probably behind the camera most of the time. Whenever you see Joel putting those fancy videos together, this is the man that makes those videos happen, and an expert at hitting the gritty at all times. It is c3.gg/thelion. The Lion is with us. Lion, say hi. How are you doing tonight, man?
What's going on, guys? I just want to say you can call me Jamar Chase. You know what I mean, you know?
I'm going to add that to your list of nicknames. I have a growing list of different ways to address the Lion. The newest one now being Jamar the Lion Chase. That's what we're gonna go with here.
People in my class call me Peanut. Don't know why.
I'm learning so much already.
I just appreciate the fact that on this audio medium that he's just doing dances on the side as you're going through the introduction and just trying to throw us off. He came in hot. He came in hot while we were talking before this even started. The witness is hostile. This is going to be, we are requesting permission to treat the witness as such.
The Lion's got a lot of opinions, and we're very excited to hear about them. So we'll start it off.
So Lion, the first game, we talked about 3 games here. First game up on the list here, Fortnite. 4.4 rating from the Channel 3 community. One of the highest rating counts on the entire website. 32 quests available where you can earn some extra XP. Part of 39 lists for people. And you are most legendary in my home for the video that your father re-released a couple of weeks ago when the blackout occurred and you wanted to play the game and you couldn't. But tell us, why was Fortnite top of the list for you?
Then there was a lot of good items and stuff. Like, you could, I don't know, there wasn't that much of that like good people. So you just kind of go in there with like a pistol and just kind of dominate, even if you were pretty terrible. And then the next season was coming, and it was like going to be new weapons and stuff. I'm excited for this, and then it's just black hole.
Just nothing. God. Nothing was there. You were just cut off. Just nothing but disappointment and staring at a black circle on a screen.
Yeah, I can't gritty on any more eliminations anymore, you know?
So how'd this end up your number one pick of the 3 we're going to talk about?
Well, I feel like I've just spent so much time on it, and it's kind of like OG for me. I don't know. Starts in season 1, and it's been pretty fun. I didn't get the Renegade Raider, though, which sad, because they're going through like $800 right now, which is cool.
Oof. So let me ask you a question then. So we talked with your dad a couple weeks ago. This was one of the games we talked about on his. We asked him what his go-to strategy was for the game. So what is it? You drop in, you get off the bus, you thank the driver as a polite individual should do so. What's the drop point? What are you going to do from there?
I, not like my dad, just go straight into action. Like I'm like a dog, just like want to get everybody. But then my dad just hides in bushes while taking meetings. So I don't know what like why that happens and stuff. I just try to get into action a lot.
We're here for Joel to catch strays during a podcast. It's happened probably half of the episodes we've done so far that Joel just catches a stray comment here or there. So we'll continue that fine tradition. So you had earlier, actually very recently, Bam Monty put out a post offering 5,000 XP, asking what his favorite weapon was. You actually got that 5,000 XP bonus. You guessed the bow and arrow, which was in fact Bam Monty's favorite weapon, not currently available. But now I have to ask, in the history of Fortnite, what's your go-to weapon? What's your favorite?
Shotgun. I mean, you can just like one-shot people in the head when it was OG times, and that was insane. So like I could just be popping 20 bombs every second, you know?
And I got one more question. What's the go-to skin? What's the one, if we said all the skins are gone, you only get to keep one. One stays in the locker. What's the one you're going with?
Probably let me think. This is a hard one. I would probably choose Peely, probably, because I like bananas.
Ah, nice. Fair enough. That is one that is dreaded in my household. My son has been hunted by Peely more times than not, regardless of who it is. So it's tremendous. As he flashes the shirt at us, again, beautiful job on the audio medium getting the shirt on screen for us here. Nice.
Lion, do you have a specific version of Mr. Peely, or do you just have like regular Peely?
Yeah, the one that's looking like flashy, like in the suit, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's gonna be me someday.
Nice.
I know.
And I guess, so do you play, would you rather play no builds, or are you cranking 90s and playing builds?
I'm cranking 90s. You can call me freaking ninja. I mean,
So you're out there building?
oh, yeah.
See, that's a young man's game. I don't think any of the old guys know how to build.
I feel like you're taking a direct shot at me right now.
I'm part of the old people. My students love to build too. They all like to build. That's a young man's game. All right, so Lion, we're gonna go to game number 2 on the list, which is Rocket League, the 4.7 rated game, one of the highest on C3. We've got 15 quests dedicated to it. We've got 41 lists. Why is Rocket League on your list?
Probably there because of the high skill rating and how you can like go into a match and it's like your perfect skill level. And there's like no smurfs and stuff, you know? Even though I suck at Rocket League, it's still pretty fun.
So what do you describe as suck? What rank are you in Rocket League?
I am gold, borderline silver, and I don't know. I seem to get what I saved on a lot. Most of the games I lose like 6-0, and then but they're like, I don't know. I probably should just like, I don't know, probably get better. You know?
So what version do you like to play? Do you like to play the 1s, the 2s, the 3s? Or like one of the special games? Like what do you do when you play Rocket League?
Okay, well, I like 2's the best if we're just talking like regular.
Mm-hmm.
But if we're talking like special modes, I love the like football mode, like the one where you like have it on like your back and you can like throw it to people and kick field goals and stuff. That one's pretty cool.
It is very interesting. I enjoy playing it too. What do you have like a go-to? Yeah.
Note for a future game event.
Oh, the football mode? It's very funny. So what's the which car do you like to use? Do you have a car or a skin that you really like using?
Okay, so I always use the Octane because it's kind of popular.
Right.
But I like using this like one like that big ball on because I think it's kind of ironic how I don't think anyone can fit in that thing. Like I don't know, it's like very circular.
Yeah.
It seems like you're in a ball.
And I say, what do you think has been your best moment in Rocket League?
Probably when me and K-Frost played together. That was really fun. But when I didn't make that last save, I was pretty upset.
It's a rough. The game takes from you.
Yeah.
I think I had a 1-week binge due to Ray creating an event that required me to go in and actually play some Rocket League. And I think once that week is over, I've not picked it back up again. Your Smurf joke in there stung a little and hit a little too close to home for me. I just kept getting smurfed by people that I'm like, how is someone doing triple flips off the ceiling and I'm unranked? Come on, guys, let's go.
Now, this is obviously, this podcast will play later after the fact, but there's going to be a Rocket League quest tomorrow. Our Thanksgiving week is going to have a Rocket League quest, by the way. I try to find some way to make it like a thank you kind of quest. I don't know if I got it, but we're going to go for it. Game number 3, Call of Duty. So we have to figure out what version of Call of Duty are we playing? Playing Modern Warfare 2? Are we playing Warzone 2? What are you doing on Call of Duty?
Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
Okay. So tell me about it.
I really like it because even though I'm terrible and just started playing a couple weeks ago, I don't know, I feel like I like the weapon customization. And then you can, even if you have if there's like really good people that have been playing for years, you can still beat them if you have the right gun.
Have you played the story mode at all, or are you just playing the multiplayer?
See, I was playing campaign, this story mode thing, but I couldn't figure out how to throw the goddamn decoy grenade. It just wouldn't throw. Stupid character. And I tried resetting my game. It still wouldn't freaking load.
So you've moved on just to the multiplayer now because the campaign just kind of stuck on you there? Yeah, for sure. Are you playing, do you have like a favorite mode? Because I know there's like, we have the team deathmatch, you have the kind of the infiltrate. What's your mode to go to when you play?
Solos, Battle Royale, or duos with Bamonte.
Oh, you've played duos with Bamonte in Call of Duty as well?
Yeah, but I crush him all day.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
You're just killing it out there.
Yeah.
So are you customizing guns already? Do you have like one that you're like, yeah, this is my loadout. Like I need to get this?
Yeah, I do.
Tell me about this loadout.
The MP40 with a sniper scope and the first ammo.
Mm-hmm.
And then the silencer muzzle.
Do you have any perks that you like always want to get?
Like you can like buy something?
Yeah.
I I want to get this Vault Edition thing. It's like $30 more, but it's like you can like get like a battle pass kind of thing, and that's the kind of thing I want. But I don't know, it's kind of expensive, you know.
So why did you decide now was the time to start Call of Duty?
I wanted it before, but my parents were like, no. So then I was like, so then I made a PowerPoint slides and presented it. Like me and my friend stayed up like really late and making these slides and just spend a lot of the time on them. And then we presented it to my parents and it took a little bit. And then they said, yeah, which was
all right.
Really
There's a story that I was hoping for. This is the information that I wanted to know. What were your key points in these slides to convince your parents that it was time for you to play Call of Duty?
You can like turn off blood and stuff, so I'm not just like, oh my god, yes. And I was more just like, yeah, that's interesting, you know. So, and then you can also turn off game chat and all that, which was a good option.
I was gonna say I did a very similar thing when I was younger as well, except it was with Grand Theft Auto instead of Call of Duty.
Did they say yes?
They said yes, but I played with no volume on my game, so I could not hear anything. That's what I had to do to allow the game to be played in my house.
That's good.
So that story hit back at home when I was little too. That was funny.
Yeah.
Lion, do you know what a filibuster is? Where someone just keeps talking and talking and talking. So what happens is in lawmaking, you just keep talking and talking and talking until basically the other person gives up. Was this a filibuster presentation where you just kept just talking and talking and talking until your parents finally caved? Or do you think that the points that you made were the key to getting through this?
I think it was a little bit of both. Like at the beginning, I was just like spin facts, and then they were like, "Well, I think," I'm just like, "Be quiet, this is my show," and I was like up there with like a microphone, you know, and it was good in the end though. And then I like spin like points from like Google and stuff, and I think they were impressed.
A for effort, if nothing else. Well, let's take a turn away from Call of Duty and head to something else altogether here. Is we're going to go into your honorable mention, which is Animal Royale, which the description for that game is 64 adorably murderous animals parachute onto an island. Only one survives to do the winner dance. Why is Animal Royale on your honorable mentions here?
Well, I think it's like a 2D version of like Fortnite. Like it's like really like good. It's not like realistic or anything like COD, but it's like not a big skill level. Not many people play it, so you can just like get a win, and then you're like, yeah, and then your parents yell at you and make you go to your room. That was kind of my experience.
It's very cutesy animation, right? They're not, you know, like you said, they're not hyper realistic animals. It's a 2D overhead view of some cartoon animals in there. So it seems like they said, yeah, let's take Fortnite, cartoon it up a little bit, and have some fun at it. It's pretty well available. It seems like it's on pretty much every system.
Yeah, it's pretty. I don't think it's well known yet, but it's getting there.
What do you play it on? Is this a Switch game or is this somewhere else?
I think I played it on Xbox. I think. Yeah, Xbox.
That was good. I like how you consulted with your attorney to make sure that was correct information. This can't be used against you at a later date. Always good to be factual here.
He follows me.
So how does it work? I haven't played this one. This was one I had to, we asked for the game list in advance. That way, if there's one that Ray or I aren't familiar with, we can take a look and try to get an understanding of the game. Do you pick the creature you play with? Do you just get assigned randomly? How does that work here?
Well, you have to earn them. And for me, I earned a lot, so I would just like go in there as like a cat with a minigun or something, which to me wasn't like humorous, but now it's kind of funny and stuff. Like you're just like, oh my god, I was a cat with a minigun back then. And then you look back at old people games and they're like, yeah, I played Mario Kart 64.
I'm sorry, your mic is cutting out here. I don't.
This is the second time in this show that the Lion has insulted the Nintendo 64. We're going to have some serious problems here. This is twice now. Again, the 64.
Again, Your Honor, we're dealing with a hostile witness here. Right? Just get to the future. We're getting to future games before he goes and takes stuff back and buries us.
Right, before I bring up the past again, let's go to the future. All right, future game that we're looking forward to here. Goat Simulator 3. Tell me about the goats and why the third version is the one that you are looking forward to.
Well, that came out this week, and honestly, it just seemed pretty good. I mean, it's like, I want to be one of those goats. I mean, if I'm in a simulator, I mean, people have to feed me and stuff, you know? It's like, they're my servants and I'm the king, you know?
You know, we have geese simulators, we have goat simulator. What's the next animal that they need to have a simulator game for?
The lion, because they call me the lion.
Now, see, what we have to do is we got to make you go back and get the 1994, 1995, whatever it was, the Disney Lion King, Genesis, Super Nintendo, pick whichever version you want. You beat that, we can have a discussion after that.
I'm probably going to do the old one because El Rey's probably played it already.
Dan, the lion doesn't want to play any of these old games. We just have to accept that the new generation doesn't want to do this stuff. You know what? I get it. It's not like I was playing Atari when I was a kid, so I understand. I'm sorry, Dan.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to get over my feelings being emotionally damaged here. All right, Lion. One of the things that we do during the course of the podcast is we pull a quest from the history of Channel 3, and we bring that up on here for further discussion. We present that question to you without you knowing what it's going to be, and the quest we're going to present you with is this. Previously, you were asked, which Super Smash Bros. Character would you most like to fight in real life?
I'd say Banjo and Kazooie or Wii Fit Trainer because they both seem really easy to beat. I mean, all you could say to the Wii Fit Trainer is just like, I don't know. You could beat him mentally, you know?
So Banjo was your answer originally on here, so I want to explore this one a little bit here. What is it about an anthropomorphic bear and a large, beaked, long-legged, taloned bird with some nasty damage on it? What makes you think that's the easy one to fight?
I didn't think of it that way, but I'd say, like, if you just, like, if they, like, come down to you, all you have to do is take out the bear, just run the face and be, like, a savage, you know? And then the other one will just have, like, no support, and then you're good, you know?
Oh, you got to watch some videos of some peregrine falcons and what's that crazy bird down in Australia that's got the talons like a velociraptor? That's what I'm thinking of here. This is dangerous territory. That bear may give it the yuck, but it's going to be trouble.
Kazooie hides in a backpack all the time too. I don't know how vicious Kazooie is compared to other birds. I will say that.
Yeah, Kazooie looks harmless.
He does hide a lot, but he does also have eggs. Multiple eggs.
But Kazooie also, like, I will just say, releases grenades. That's trouble.
It does. That was Kazooie's new ability. All right, so the lion. We need to know, since you are one of the original users of Channel 3. You've been here since the beginning. So what's been your favorite part of Channel 3 up to this point?
I'd say Target because I don't know. It's been really funny since they really. It's hard to explain. Okay, you like go into it with like no experience, and you're kind of like, oh hey, I know where that is, and then get like first and be like, oh yeah, you know.
So if you were gonna make a target location, like if you want to make it hard, you want to make it easy, like how would you go about it? Like what would you try to do to make the targets kind of harder for people?
I'd put them on like the edge of the map, like just like a piece of land with like one like little house, and be like, you gotta know where this is. Like, I feel like that would make it really hard. Good
idea. I'm gonna use that since I'm the one that makes the pictures. So if you start seeing pictures
good recently.
Thanks. If you start seeing ones on the edge and staring at little houses, it'll be because you told me to. That's what I'm gonna look for now.
Sorry, guys.
Hey, I gotta shout out Lion though, because once you brought up Target, I had to go take a look at the all-time leaderboard, holding on to 9th place. Nice job by you in Target there. You're up against some tough competition, especially because most of the top of the list here very Fortnite centric. So really good job by you holding on to the top 10 there for all-time Target on Channel 3.
Yeah, and that top 10 includes me, which I don't count because I know where the targets are. And even sometimes I forget where I put them. I get some really bad ones. I'm like, oh, I had no idea that I went there.
I'm so glad that you say that because it happens to me so often.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times I'm like, I'm over 100 away. And I was like, oh, wow, had no idea where I took that screenshot. It just happened.
I feel like sometimes if you do a lot of things so much, then it just becomes like, oh, God, didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, with that, we have made it to the end of our podcast. Our guest was again c3.gg/thelion. That's where you can find all his links. You can find the podcast at c3.gg/podcast. They drop every Wednesday morning at 3:33 a.m. on all the major platforms, including Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Apple Podcasts. I am El Rey. Dan Tucker runs the whole show. The Lion was our guest tonight. Have a good night, everybody.
Yep. See you guys.
Oh God, Joel's gonna make me edit that now too. Come on.